Hey guys, we are live on YouTube. How are you guys doing? We have Brad Kalman with us and AZ Froggy. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. You, Frank?
I'm doing very good. Took out the Gatekeeper out for a run today, so it was a lot of fun. And I'll show some quick little slow motion that I posted on Facebook. I still got to
Cool.
post them on Instagram. That reminds me, but I'll do that later. And how's Brad tonight?
Oh, good to be here. Got other things going on that aren't so great.
Okay, cool. Cool. So, I don't know if you guys are on the same planet I am, but the social media, especially the RC social media and the groups, what are they talking about today? What's that new RC that's out?
Some oddball company, Losi something.
Lucy?
Yeah, I guess they got something new coming out today.
Yeah, and they've been teasing some people and all that, so it's kind of.
Yep.
And I'll pop out the chat here, bring it here. I see some people that are there.
Got Kurt's RC, Sean's, and Bull Gear in there. Sean said he'll pop in if he can.
Yeah, he's listening to Tony.
Someone's coming in right now.
So
someone's coming in right now.
And send it to Adam. So
really?
Hey, John.
Hey, John, how you doing? John's muted for now, which is okay. He's not ready to talk to us. That's fine. We got Bulgir RC and Kurtz RC and AK Pigeon Kicker that's there. AK Pigeon Kicker got my email. He's going to be in a couple of minutes, which is good.
Hello.
John, you got to get a monster truck. You got to get a Lucy monster truck.
am I getting one?
Yeah, you going to get one?
Oh, I went and broke the hobby shops today.
Oh,
why?
Oh yeah. Oh, I walked in there. I go, so do you got it? He's like, got what? I go, I thought you were a real hobby shop.
Ouch.
Ouch. So they didn't have one, or they had one in the back for you?
No, didn't have one. Didn't even know about it.
Bulgir RC, if you want an email, send me an email at the Tank RC. Sorry to cut you off, but send me an email at thetankrc@gmail.com and I'll send you an invite. I don't think you're on the list.
Yeah, I was watching Tony's stream there and just realized when it popped up that you were on. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was watching it too, and I'm there. Okay, so Tony's not coming in anytime soon, unless he sends the invite of his party and brings him here, which I wouldn't mind, but I don't think that's going to happen. Those guys are having way too much fun over there.
Yeah, like I said, he's got Adam Anderson there and Barry Masari and Mike Vetters, all monster truck drivers. So
yeah,
I doubt that party's ending anytime soon.
Oh yeah, I know. And I know that there's a lot of my followers that are following Tony also, so they're probably going to be going from one video to the other all night. So it's going to be interesting and fun. But hey, we're here to talk about some stuff, and we will talk about the Losi monster truck, and talk about also LRC actually came out with a Gatekeeper ready to run. They've been showing pictures of that Gatekeeper, and they forgot to mention, oh yeah, that by the way, that's our new ready to run kit. Like they said that 2 days after they were showing pictures. It's crazy.
Nice.
So,
but you got the one you build.
Yeah, I got the kit version. I'd rather build it than get the.
I'd rather build it too.
It was a very fun build. To tell you the truth, I really enjoyed building that truck. I was going to do a video, but I said, no, I'm going to put the camera away and I'm just going to enjoy building it, sitting down and just quietly with the computer music going or whatever.
There you go.
And not worry about, okay, did I get that shot? Did I get that right? Or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just enjoyed that build and it was very fun. And we're also going to talk about Redcat with their Lowrider. So we'll talk about that a little bit. It's going to be an interesting night. A lot of things to talk about, and whatever you guys want to talk about too. It's pretty much open, so we'll talk about a bunch of things.
If I miss some people in chat or anything like that, I apologize. Got a new upgrade for the semi. Got a full alloy front axle. The beam on the stock one is metal, but the knuckles and the rest of it I got for all metal, and go throw this in real quick. So
that's one thing I didn't notice with mine. So you're saying like on mine, I don't even remember, but it might be the knuckles and everything is in plastic.
yes.
Okay.
At least on the Tamiya version. If you've got a Hercules, it might not be. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll check. I'll double check on mine. I can't remember when I built it. It's been so long I started to build, and Sean's RC Adventure is getting mad at me because I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, I know. And I promised myself I'm not going to do another build, and then the Gatekeeper came, so I got
yeah.
that.
I had to do an addition to this thing. I put a fan on it because when I drove it around the one car show with no airflow getting in here, that ESC got a little bit on the warm side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't too thrilled with that. So, evening, Jake.
Good evening, guys.
Hey,
You got his full name there, Jacob
I was
Campbell.
gonna say, should we say Jacob?
Yeah, I just realized I have my wrong account in here.
Oops.
That's all right.
Oops.
Makes you think you're related to that actor.
So we'll talk a little bit about Radio Link also, which is kind of cool because I actually bind that truck with the Gatekeeper. Not that truck, but the transmitter with the Gatekeeper.
Oh, yes.
So 6 channels, and then I actually put the Castle Creation. They on the ESC they have a control wire, so I put it on the 3rd channel, which is very interesting because they actually have this control knob that's actually supposed to go on the 3rd channel and actually controls it. That's supposed to set your AVC, so your traction control, or any other thing you have. So me, I put it on there, and I went in the programming and I set it for the drag brake, which means on the fly I can just turn the dial and turn on the drag brake at a certain percentage if I want. If I just want a little bit on, I can have it on. If I want to turn it off all the way, I just have to dial it back, and then I have a basher with no drag brake.
Nice.
And when I get to a very steep hill, I just have to dial it up all the way if I want, and then I got a truck with very heavy drag brake if I want. So this is a cool setup. I really like that.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm very seriously thinking about ordering one of those radios myself.
Cool.
Radio Link?
Yeah.
The RJ6 is a very nice one. The menu is a little bit complicated. I want to try to do some different stuff with it. I want to actually put it on my Element truck also, because I did put a servo winch. And having it on the servo winch is going to make a lot of sense, especially with the 3-position switch that I have on there. So either on, off, or back, and it's constant. The switch that's there right now on the Element RC, the truck, it does have a switch in the front that you click up or down. Okay. But the problem with that switch is it's programmed only to be on for maybe 10 seconds. Then it shuts it off, which is no fun because I put the winch on there. So I turn it on, it goes out for about 10 seconds, then it stops. I have to put it in the center and then put it back on. So it's very annoying. So that's why I'm just going to switch controller.
Don't blame you. Kevin Gibbs, JP Slayer, and Javier 11 Charlie. Evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. I got my Vanna White here reading the chat.
Vanna White. You mean your bot?
Yeah, my night bot. That's it. Lazy Froggy's my night bot. Since Brad can do it. Brad is just the voice. But maybe I should take one of my old PC that I have here, my old laptop, and just send it to Brad. Like that, he'll be able to read the chat and do stuff.
Oh, that would be nice of you, Frank. I would appreciate that if you totally do that.
But then that means you have to get a Wi-Fi. That means you have to get
I have
network.
Wi-Fi.
Oh, you have Wi-Fi? Okay.
Yes, I do.
I'm actually getting different Wi-Fi for hopefully next week.
Oh yeah. ARC84 Films, how are you doing?
Is Chris coming in?
Sir Chipalot is there.
Hey, Randy.
Oh yeah, Jake knows Randy. I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, I go drag racing with Randy when
You
we're
go drag
allowed to.
racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you win against Randy? That's what counts.
Oh heck no.
No,
I try.
as long as you try and you're having fun, that's all that counts.
I'm having fun. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Hey, Jake, what do you think of the new Losi monster truck?
It is awesome.
It looks very cool and very well made. That's for sure.
It's getting all the Monster Jam drivers.
Yeah, saliving, like a lot of saliva dripping.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh.
Definitely
They
going
should, you know what, when they do those monster truck shows, they should have the one where they have monster trucks, the races with them also in small scale.
Yeah.
That would get people into the RC hobby real good if
I
they
think
showed them
it's-
playing with those too.
I think it's going to change monster trucks. I
Yeah,
think.
that's partly what the new Losi Motorsports deal is they're going to start or try going around to different events. U4 and Monster Jam, they're working on from what they were just saying. So it'll put it out there a lot better.
Pitching kickers in.
Hello. Hold on, I gotta
Good
change my
evening.
settings.
Hey, how you doing?
Gotta change my settings really quick, I think.
Uh-oh.
One sec.
Okay.
No,
So
I'm trying to make it so it'll actually switch camera over to me. It was messed up last time.
okay, well let
Frank's-
me put you back on this. Maybe it's gonna be better for you
All
for
right,
the moment.
hello. There it is. Yeah, it's working. Okay, cool.
Okay.
All
Hello.
right.
Because I was actually presenting as you came in, I was started presenting something.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that, Tank.
No problem. So Losi, which is for people that don't know, Horizon Hobby has Losi now. So it's pretty cool, and they're coming out with new stuff, and so they've came out with the monster trucks. So this is the teaser they gave us yesterday. Stop there. And now today they came out with the rest of the stuff. And Tony actually did this video, so go check it out. It's pretty well made, and it turned out great. You see the two trucks there, and then you see them having fun in the stores and having fun everywhere outside and just
Those
bashing
are the
around.
Losis.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna.
So they have two.
Yeah, there's two. One
They're two
there's
bu-
Son of a Digger and Grave Digger.
There's actually three. The one's a roller chassis, though.
Yeah, roller.
Well, if you count it that way, there's four of them because you can get Son of the Digger as a ready to run or roller,
True.
and Grave Digger as a ready to run or roller. But it goes pretty high. Like they were jumping and they were getting good air out of it. So, and it's pretty fast. Tony did a speed run, and see here how nice it looks when it's actually up in the air. Tony did how many miles an hour? 36.
36.
36, I believe.
36 miles an hour. So that's pretty good for miles an hour. Us in Canada here, we go by
Yeah.
kilometers.
The Monster Jam guys couldn't break them.
No,
Could not break them.
except
They could not break them.
except by running it over.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
ran
I
over
was gonna say they ran one over with a monster truck.
the real monster truck. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a waste of hundreds of dollars.
it wasn't intentional.
It was a complete
There it is,
accident.
right there.
Stop right there.
Oh, oh
Right there.
that's
This
like
truck
waiting
right
love
here.
to die.
Well,
type
watch
of
this truck right here is
situation.
going to get it because it hit this guy. And then whoops.
Oh yeah, he took the back of it out.
Yeah, the back of it was out.
But it didn't get as damaged didn't get as badly damaged as they expected.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it able to drive away?
was
No,
just-
but
No, it broke the rear axle, I guess.
yeah,
The housing.
It would be cool to see the truck after, though, to see an
Yeah.
image of it. And
Yeah.
hopefully Tony did get some video of it or pictures of it. But here's something interesting. When you go on their website, they actually have this there. And they have it listed as a 1/8 monster truck. But some of the guys noticed that it's actually written 1/10 monster truck on the box.
Yeah.
So, and everywhere here also, it actually tells you here it is scale 1/8.
yeah.
We were talking about that just before I came over from Tony's.
Wait a minute, wait. Wow.
It's 1/8 internals, but the scale of this truck is 1/10.
Okay, so the internals are 1/8, and they should say that on the box. 1/8 internals, 1/10 scale.
They probably will straighten it out. this is early in the production, so
So in other words, the frame or the body is 1/10, but
Yeah.
everything else is 1/8.
Yeah.
It's $600, huh?
Yep.
No,
Yep.
it's
US?
600 for you, Brad. $689.99. But today,
right.
since you're my friend, we're gonna let it go at $599.99.
So I assume there's tons of metal on it.
No, not really.
Not much,
Just
but it's
Just the front and back half of the chassis is aluminum.
yeah, the chassis plates are aluminum. They're 3mm aluminum.
now $200 less, and I don't see it here for some odd reason.
So the rails are metal?
For
It's
200
on there. Actually, that's the Losi site. I believe it's on there. If not, it's on the Horizon side. I do know that it's on Horizon.
on the Horizon side, it's probably there. But for $200 less, you can get no electronics. So if you have your own electronics from another truck, you can put the electronics for $399.99.
It sounds like that's for you, because that's somewhat building it to a point.
If it's not a kit, I'd get it ready to run. If it's not a kit, if it's something to build, yeah, I'd rather build a kit and put my own electronics in it.
Yeah, it's a roller. It's a roller. All you gotta do is just add the electronics to it, so it's not a kit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
It's 90% built.
You get a lot of truck for that price.
You
Oh,
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
It's going to be the new wave. It's going to be the new industry standard. What do you think?
Yeah.
For monster
Well,
trucks, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe a standard or not, maybe. But like Tony was saying in his video, they've done it like a real monster truck. So the shocks are actually on the axles. But you can actually, for racing, some people are going to make some modification and put shocks directly on the arm, on the links, on the lower links. And there's a lot of place on that chassis to actually put the shocks, like Tony was mentioning. So it's cool.
So there's no metal rails on it, like you would crawlers or
is.
metal rails.
Yeah, there is. Look
Okay.
at Tony's video, unless I try to find some pictures of it. But parts and accessory resources. There's a manual, but I don't know what we'll get in the manual. Let's open her up.
Some animal sneaking into Pitch and Kicker's place.
What? Animals? No, we have fun. Man.
I'm talking.
Oh, that's my favorite
It's a dog,
Muppet.
isn't it?
That's my favorite Muppet.
Oh, my dog walking around.
For animal that beats the drum there.
Yeah.
So it does come with the DX3.
That's the one that came with. I think that looks like the one that came with. Well, no, not exactly, but it is a Spectrum. The one that came with the
Armas.
That one.
There, Jake's got one.
Gotcha.
It's actually a nice looking radio for a RTR setup.
It is, yeah.
It's got a thumb wheel on it already.
Got
Yep.
the thumb wheel and the
Right on.
battery status
See
lights if
we
you
can
have
get
the
Right on.
frame.
smart batteries.
So people like the Spectrum radio this time around with that new setup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and depending what
Okay.
pinion you put, it actually has. You can't screw it up. Well, theoretically, you could screw it up, but it has this, so it helps you not screw up which pinion you have.
So you give people too much credit, Frank.
It looks like it had, what is 5 different positions, 6 pinion different.
Yeah. Go back to that, please, Tank. Okay, so 16, 15, 14, 13, 12.
Wow,
Okay.
that's a lot of good setups. A lot of good. You could get one with torque and one for high speed.
Yep.
And in between.
Yeah, and then depending on. Well, I mean, with that kind of setup, would you be able to interchange the spur gear though, or would that depend? I don't know.
Yeah,
if that would work.
that's the biggest question also, because if you change the spur gear, then this does not work anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
because if you go down two pinions on the spur, you got to go up 2 pinions on here. So if you run a 15, you theoretically have to run something bigger because your spur is now smaller or bigger.
You have to move it in closer or farther
Yeah.
away.
So you got to.
Do I see 18 or is that 16? You said it's 16, right?
16.
Okay.
16, yeah.
Yeah, it is helpful. I can see it being helpful, but as far as the modder family goes, I don't know if it's going to fly too well.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Well, it's still giving you different gear ratios without the spur, but you know.
I'd say someone will make a different motor mount for it at some point.
Yeah.
So you can have a different adjustment to it.
Little sticker so you can put on your own number.
Yeah. But what I do
guess
like
they wanna-
the way they set this up is the motor is mounted sideways for the torque control. I do like the way that's set up.
Yeah, that's true.
So
you
no
get-
torque steer.
Lessened.
Yeah, less. They should have less
100,000 fluid in there.
for the diffs. Yeah, which is nice. It's nice
Yeah.
that Losi actually think of that. They are in racing, so it makes sense that they make something nice and good.
Those are going to sweep the races.
Yeah. Now they were saying also that the SMT version is not going anywhere.
No.
So that'll be like a good entry level for you get the kids and all like that, because it's a little slower being brushed. It's not as intense.
Okay, but what am I going to do with my Wheelie King now?
Does
With
this
what?
have a slipper clutch?
No, it's a center diff.
It's got a center diff crush drive.
Push drive.
So Brad was asking about metal plates. It does have metal plates on the side here.
Yep.
And these are the place where you can actually have the shocks. Right now, the shocks are actually hooked up on these, and these are for body posts. So are these. I think they're for shocks also, but you can put your body post there also. It comes with body post.
Evening, Basher Boy.
And
Look,
what?
it looks like they could put 8 shocks on there if they wanted to. I assume they allowed that.
You can put as many shocks as you want there, buddy.
Wait. Scroll up just a little bit. That plate right there in the center, just about LOS 241034.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like the motor mount /
Yeah.
spur gear mount.
Yeah.
Because it is.
Okay. So that's all one piece. You can't change that because that's
I'd say
Doesn't
someone
look
come
like
out with
it.
a whole plate to replace it.
yeah.
That's my guess. I'm not saying someone will or not. That's just my guess.
Yeah, no, I was just saying the way they have it put together there, everything's in one solid chunk.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times you'll see it with those kind of mounts that are, because it looks like it almost got a top mount going across to another mount.
This is interesting. That means it's done like the Big Brother, which means that the spur actually comes outside and then it comes down up to the transmission here. So it's got everything outside. The linkage is all outside the body, which is kind of cool. There it is. The transmission's right here.
Yeah.
on the
It looked
outside.
like there are ball dips in it too.
Yeah, it did look
Triple
like
gear
that.
setup.
So all
Wow,
the
it's
gears
got a center gear. So it goes from the pinion to the center gear to the spur.
Hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back.
See that? That
Yep.
spur is the one that going all the way down at the bottom
Yep.
on the center diff or whatever it looks like down there.
Yeah.
There's
So
a
Yeah, that's the
Here
crush.
too.
That's the crush drive right there.
Yeah.
you got this.
Why
you
do they
got
call it crush drive?
The idler gear, which is in the center, and then
Torque.
you got this big
Because
one
it-
at the bottom.
Brad, that star shaped thing right there,
Yeah.
the 045 part, it actually sits inside that 044 piece. And that's how it locks in. That's how they do it actually on the Max. That's how it is on the Max.
Is that like
Okay.
a rubber piece in there?
Yes, it's rubber.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pretty sure it is.
So it's for shock control.
Yeah, that's their
Gotcha.
cushion drive.
Gotcha.
It's so there's no slip. It just kind of it'll flex and then it'll kick in.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Reminds you of a piece you put on the bottom of on the drive shaft system of the of a old Porsche Cayenne. They
Or
have
a
something
washing
that
machine.
It's similar to some of the stuff they have on different real vehicles.
yeah.
I can think of about 6 different vehicles that have something similar.
Yeah, the Cayenne in its front drive shaft area
Yeah.
had a strange name to it too, if I'm not mistaken. But
All right.
And it also
I
has a
remember on
roll
actual
cage
cars
the
are real
bottom, which is
thick.
cool.
What's the length of the shocks? Over 100?
I
not
would
sure, we'll
say
have to look
so.
I would guess maybe 110.
That's what I was thinking too.
Someone's gonna put a 120 on there. You watch.
Oh yeah. They'll they'll do that and they'll set them up in a droop setting so they have better articulation and better handling for racing.
One thing's for sure, you could. That would. It looks like it's got. Looks like it could still get decent traction even regardless of what surfaces it's on.
Yeah.
Looks, the diffs are not locked, which is nice.
Yep.
On a racing truck, you don't want it locked anyways.
No.
Someone's gonna make it into a crawler. Who's gonna lock the diffs just to say he can do it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Sure.
Yep.
Says here on the part list.
Where'd it go?
Replacement part. Let's see if we can't.
There's a lot of parts in that thing. That's a complex ride.
Shock shaft, shock body, shock set complete. So it doesn't say what length they are.
Sway bars.
Yes.
Yeah,
It does
it's
have
got sway bars, which is
Front,
nice.
front and rear. And they're adjustable.
Yeah. I like
40,
that.
60, 80, 100, 200, 500,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a common thing for Losi in their kits. They list all their fluid
Yeah.
variations for whatever kit you get. Even on the 22 4.0 I download the thing and it had every fluid possible listed.
Like even $1 million and higher.
Yeah, it had everything they sell listed.
And then what you could should pick as far as if you do dealing with shocks, it would give you a basic inner plunger size to use and stuff like that along with it, or just the recommendation on the fluid thickness.
All I got was the fluids. I didn't really look for the shock valving for the
Oh,
pistons.
gotcha.
I see this car. I see this truck getting a lot of snow use this year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Yeah, it'd be fun in the snow, especially with those big tires.
Or
That's the
just-
reason.
And they can
This,
change the fluid to get better traction in the snow too.
this is the reason why it's
Yeah,
so
that's
fast.
the big
It's-
thing.
Yeah. The
Changing the
4-pole.
fluid so you get that traction.
Yeah.
In the slippery conditions.
So 3,150 kV 4-pole. That's the reason why it's a fast little truck. So that's
Yeah,
nice.
But
All right, now
Jake
just
Brown-
so you can see, this is the crush drive
Hold on.
out of a Max.
Well, hold on. If you're going to show that, I can present you.
This is the crush drive. I just took the bolts out of it, and inside of it, you have this rubber gear that goes around everything inside there.
Gotcha.
So that's a crush drive. That's what Losi's gone with. Like I said, this is out of the Max.
Okay.
So that's
yeah,
it.
the crush drive, but they're different.
Yep, like I said, you set that in there, and it's got a shaft with a pin. And when you go to, I can't really hold it, but when you go to turn it, it kind of flexes that rubber
Cool.
a little bit.
So it's really based for like shock absorption and things like that. So you don't.
So it doesn't bust the gears. So you don't bust the gear so easily.
That's
Yeah, right on.
it's to protect the differentials.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Well, I use
on the outside of it right here, them screws that you have right there, that's where your gear bolts to the outside of it.
Okay.
That's
Hey,
your
Jake.
that's your spur.
Right on.
Hey, Jake, your friend's going to put a 5700 in it.
Oh, probably.
Yep.
You think the TRX4 is going to be nasty? Watch that one.
Yeah.
Brad, you were saying that some guys are going to play in the snow with it. RC84 film says no. There's no snow on the coast of North Carolina.
Yeah, you just had a hurricane come
I'm
through
aware
there.
of
That's
that.
why.
I'm talking about people who don't live on the coast.
Oh, okay.
I'll run it in the snow.
I'm talking like people in Canada or the Midwest, in the Rockies,
Okay.
inner part of the. Actually, the mountains of western North Carolina will get snow in the mountains.
Oof. That's close. That hits.
Now, next we'll talk about the this guy. Wait, I'll bring it up. Spotlight for everybody. So I posted a couple videos and things like that, and I don't think I showed it last week because it was not ready because I didn't paint it yet. But I did get my Element Gatekeeper ready, and I installed Paul's balls.
Paul's balls are.
So let me play with Paul's ball and set him up a little bit better there.
Dragging them all over.
Yeah, and they're bouncing and
Dusty
scraping.
Gonna have road rash on his nuts.
So I set it up pretty loose. I did 2 little holes there and put a wire. I'll have to make sure that wire doesn't come apart. But I did a couple video with it today, but that's the paint job I decided to go with. Only
How
much to Paul? How much to Paul?
That's the hobby shop that you go by is the 110, correct?
That is correct. That's where I actually bought this truck.
Right on.
Hobbies. And I also did this in the front. And that's all painted.
Nice.
All spray can.
You did that? You taped it out and everything?
Yeah. What you
Hey, Jake.
Yeah.
That's the color you would have painted it, the gunmetal. You would have possibly painted it that.
What
You like gunmetal.
What he did for me, what 110 Hobby did for me, he gave me a sticker sheet. It's like vinyl.
Okay.
He used his plotter and actually plotted a whole bunch of stuff on it. So there's some stickers on here that it's actually my logo and it's written the Tank RC. You can't see it, but it's actually cut out. What you do is you weed what you don't want or what the first paint you want. Like me, it was all the black. And then you take the sticker, you stick it onto the truck. So you use what's called a transfer tape, stick it on here, transfer it onto your body. And then you just paint it, and then you peel off the rest for the other color.
Piece by piece.
You peel everything and paint everything.
Sounds like a stencil.
It is kind of a stencil, yeah.
Weeding sucks.
Weeding sucks.
I hate it.
It was so painful getting all the little tiny stuff in the eyes, around the eyes, and the teeth. This guy's teeth gave me a headache.
They look pretty small to pick out of there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I know about weeding stuff.
They kept coming out like it was crazy, and where the hand is, where the hand is here, that was giving me trouble. So
yeah,
these weren't that bad because it was just, well, they were small, so I had to weed out everything that's black. That's the first thing I weeded out, and then I weeded out the red, and then I took everything off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pain. I hate it.
Nice. That's a good truck to do it on because you got the little panels you can take off of there, right?
Yeah.
And do them separately. That's actually pretty nice.
And
I love the color of
use
it.
my pen to actually do the radiators at the back.
Right on. Did you ever decide if you're going to do the sidewalls?
I'm not sure. I probably will. I'll probably try it.
Jake, you have your
I know
Gatekeeper.
I know it's gonna rub off anyways, so I'll probably do them anyways.
What's that, Brad?
You have a Gatekeeper now, don't you? That's why you say you wouldn't have painted it that color.
There may be one on the way.
You can't confirm or deny, huh?
It's Santa knows.
I'm not saying much.
So this is the builder's kit that I got, $299 US. And then this week, Element RC actually came out with the
RTR.
ready to run version.
Yeah.
And
For,
it's over $300, right?
for $450, $449.99.
That's with a lipo.
That's with a lipo.
Yeah, that's lipo kit. If you want just the regular RTR, it's $399.99.
So 150.
And it's
more.
waterproof, I hope.
So, and this is the paint job you get with it.
Not
That's
bad
not
looking.
a bad paint job.
I like mine better.
Yeah,
I'm not
I like
debating
yours,
that point whatsoever.
So it's the same truck. Tires, I believe, are the general tires that they had.
They're the ones that come on the Sendero.
Yeah.
And it's waterproof, right? I would hope so.
Water resistant.
I think so.
Oh.
Not
Nothing's
all
really
truck are
waterproof,
100%
Brad.
waterproof. It's water resistant. That's correct. So specification.
Yeah, my buddy Larry forgets that all the time. He'll end up having to walk out, wade out from the beach, pick his truck up out of the water.
Oops.
Yeah, he doesn't. I keep telling him, that's a deep puddle. You might want to think about it, but no.
As long as it don't float away, it's good.
Yeah, no, it's pretty heavy truck. It sinks right down in there. He wants to get some of those paddle tires on it and he wants to try and walk this Typhon across the water.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he wants to give it a shot next year. He wants to. I don't know.
To hydroplane it.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. I don't know. You never know. It might do it. It's pretty dirty right now. We were out.
If you run it in the water, it's going to get it cleaned.
Yeah.
It's not mine.
You
though.
get clean.
I could,
100%.
and say, hey, I had a Larry moment for there,
Cool.
But I've got an old helicopter gyroscope that I want to try and put on it because this is a slipper clutch setup. There's no center diff in it, so when you're trying to really bang on it, the back end's squirrely and it's always kicking out and everything. And I had this in my Redcat Blackout XTE, but the radio that they sent with this has only got an A setting and a B setting for the third channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you can reprogram those. So if you turn it on, it's only at like 10% or something like that, because that's what this needs. It can't be full on or full off. It doesn't work that way. It's a dual rate, I think they called it.
Okay.
It needs to be an adjustable third channel to have it be functioning correctly.
Exactly.
Same thing with the drift cars.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And I don't know if the radio that they sent with this is capable of it.
Doubt it.
So I don't know. Have to see. I'll let you guys know. See how it goes. We got a good spot for it right up front, but I don't know. But then the waterproof thing, that's not waterproof at all. So that would be a problem.
Well, there are waterproof equipments.
Yeah, it might be. It's got the rubber buttons on it.
Sorry, Bulgy RC. I didn't notice you had sent an email. I just sent you the reply, and also Rayside Racing. I sent you a link to actually join into here.
And to anyone I've missed, good evening. Trying to get some spacers on these wheels now so I can get the bearings on right.
Yeah, get it right. Come on.
I can't get it left, that's for sure.
Because if you don't get it right, you'll have to take it apart again and do it over again. Wait a minute. How many times have you done that so far?
I'm not going there.
Okay.
Hey, Frank, you didn't tell everybody I was working on a car yesterday.
Pardon me?
On your off-channel thing. I was working on the off-channel thing yesterday on a car.
No, we didn't talk about Brad. What we talk about offline and after party, we don't talk about during live shows. That's a rule. That's a rule.
I was talking about yesterday.
Yes, and yesterday we were not live. So what goes on behind closed doors stays behind closed doors.
like Fight Club.
Conspiracies. We talk about conspiracies.
Oh man, that's great.
It's crazy.
Oh, better.
Hello, Travis.
Hey everyone,
Hey Travis, how are you, man?
good. How are you
Travis.
doing?
Thanks for jumping
Oh,
in.
you see it.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay, I'm on my laptop this time, which was the better one of the two last time. So
cool. And Travis actually saw my truck running today, my Gatekeeper.
yeah, I did.
And he actually drove it at the beginning. I just took it out of the car. It was the first time I actually put it on the ground was at his house. And I started going forward towards him, and I turned my steering, and the friggin' truck just like almost flipped on me because
The steering was super high.
yeah, the steering rate was so high. Like as soon as you touched it just a little bit, the steering just went like. So we had to bring down the dual rate all the way up to 50%, and now it's nice. So, and then Travis did a couple other tweaks. on
Uncle
there.
Lee.
Hey,
Someone
What
named
servo
Uncle
do
Lee
you
has
have
joined
in
us.
it?
yeah, it's Uncle Lee.
Uncle
You
Lee.
know Uncle Lee? Also known as Bulgari RC.
Oh,
Hey, Bulgare.
There he goes. He's got his horns on.
We got a good crew today on the live video.
Wow.
Cool.
Tightens it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Makes it a little bit nicer. Main
what
thing
she
is I don't
said.
have to worry about the plastic. Plastic knuckles breaking.
John's not here, so
I want to take a picture of that with that truck and my my Gatekeeper, and Travis did not want to go get it today. I go,
I got the.
where's a bumper? You're missing a bumper.
I'm missing a bumper, but I got the new license plates from Crawler Concepts on there.
Cool.
And,
And
then the front there.
he weathered,
And
well,
you-
Caller Concept weathered the license plate for him. So he
Yeah.
ordered
Nice.
that.
And the body? Who weathered the body?
I don't know who actually who painted the body. This body's been kind of passed around here.
It's seen about 3 or
It's
4
a- it's
different owners in Ottawa.
So in other words, it's a handy down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done the most to it though, because there was some like the wires for the LEDs and stuff for all. There was a couple LEDs that had been unsoldered, and
Right back.
there was a bunch of stuff that it wasn't in the best shape, and I bought some stuff for it and got it all fixed up. So
What brand is it?
it's a RC 4-wheel drive. The body,
I had a feeling it
the
was that.
body's an RC 4-wheel drive. The chassis is a SCX-10-2.
Okay.
And I just I'm not sure if you can see on the side there, but they are 3D printed. They're from I forget who makes them. They're on Shapeways, but
Okay.
I bought the actual file from my mini factory and printed them myself at home.
The skids?
Yeah, the side skids, which is what mounts the body
Yeah.
to the chassis.
Yeah.
So, Bulgari RC, welcome into the chat. You are now being presented with your horns.
bum, bum, bum.
Full gear.
Can you say something? Do you hear us?
Uh-oh. He's
Uh-oh.
connected to his audio.
Yeah, I don't think his audio is working, unless he's listening
Yeah.
to us from the YouTube channel.
It says on my screen, it says connecting. Uncle Lee is connecting to audio and can't hear you yet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you might have to click it.
Yeah, there's probably
Yeah.
a tab. There's a tab just behind that window that says connect with audio. Just look behind that window
There it
that
is.
you have open.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
There we go.
All right, all right.
Now we can hear you.
Flash in there.
Well, welcome here. Nice to see you put a face to the name now.
Connect with. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
can hear you.
Again,
I can hear you. And
not sure.
All right.
you're jumping around, that's for sure. Looks like
So-
you're jumping around.
So what's new with Bulgari RC these days?
Oh, not much.
Cool,
Thank you.
cool. So, the big Losi. What are your thoughts on the Losi monster truck? Are you going to be getting one, or are you into monster trucks?
Oh, just making some videos, you know, working
Cool.
on some back projects.
So what kind of projects?
Just about all the stuff that I've got.
Backlog? Yeah, I gotcha.
Backlog.
I hear you on that one.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I
they
am
look pretty
actually,
cool. I like the Son of the Gravedigger.
yeah, it's nice. The blue one, the son of the, yeah.
With the blue
Yeah,
one.
I've heard actually. That's a pretty decent truck actually.
Yep. And hopefully at the end of the month, I'm going to be getting a Redcat Jive Lowrider. I do have one on order. So the first series is sold out. Now they're saying that it's a Jervis edition. Now I don't know if the red one's a Jervis edition. I gotta ask him.
No, if you look right there on the screen on
It's
the
just the
where it
blue
says
one.
notify when available. It says
Oh, I know that.
blue. No, right up there. Blue edition and red classic.
Oh yeah, blue Jervis edition and red is the classic edition.
And the Jervis has purple, purple and rainbow, bunch of rainbow
I
colors
think-
So-
and stuff.
The
I
hobby
think
store, the hobby store is actually but the hobby store is actually ordering a red and a blue one. I told them I'll take the red one because I like the red one better. But since the other one is going to be a Jervis edition, now I'm debating should I go for the blue because it is going to be maybe a better edition.
So apparently the Jervis, the difference between is just the body.
Yeah.
The body on the Jervis edition is based off of his specific
His
custom car.
His
Yeah.
personal vehicle, yes.
Yeah, so that's what's interesting about that. That's an actual vehicle that's out there.
And believe it or not, I've kind of like keyed in with some comments and stuff like that. Apparently the body is going to be available for a clear body.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know
And it's a 5-piece body.
that. Okay.
5-piece. What do you mean by 5-piece?
So it's not a complete 1-piece Lexan where it's the bumpers and the grill is all molded. So it's a 5-piece Lexan body.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
So okay, like the older to me is you got to put the bumpers on and the
Yeah.
light part. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something
So-
I'm used to doing with my drift stuff, like my ABC Hobbies bodies.
Like
Yeah.
the
Some-
inside also,
some
the
of the
inside is a
Himalayas.
piece. Inside's
Yeah.
a piece. The shell's a piece. The bumper's a piece.
Yep.
It's got a lot of
like
chrome
Tamaya, they have
pieces.
many like sad pieces now.
So it's going to be very interesting. I just love the look of the red. I don't know. To me, it looks classier.
I personally prefer the red as well. I like the
I do
like
too. I prefer the red.
And I'm the opposite. I prefer the blue.
And
And you prefer the Jervis edition.
and
with
in
all the-
my case, I don't care if it's a special edition or a Jervis edition. I don't care if it holds the value of it or whatever, because I'm buying it just to have fun. I'm not buying it to keep
There
it on
are-
the shelf and have it as a
they're
first
exactly the
series
same.
or whatever.
They're exactly the same chassis and the same electronics.
Now, this is what's interesting on this, which kind of not good for some people, but here on Facebook, he posted it a couple days ago,
Yep.
and now he's got up to 208. So I'm not going to try to find a comment, but man, if you go on Facebook, the comments, people, oh, he's got more pictures. Cool. Might look at that too. So, but there's so many bad comments that some guys were saying, well, these shocks, and I kind of felt bad. because They say they better be they better be metal for the price. No, they're plastic. And then the guy was really ranting and being mad at him and things like that. Like, well, come on,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I saw that too.
It's a set of shocks.
Yeah.
And then John from Net Cruiser RC, I posted this picture, and he goes, "Man, they could have got away with the Tamiya connector." I go, "No, this is a jumper that he's got, so he probably had this battery kicking around."
Yeah.
So
I
he
have
actually
one of
put
those.
this-
I have one of those jumpers too for my grasshopper.
So it looks like an EC3 connector, or maybe an EC.
That's the Redcat standard connector.
Yeah.
It's a Red
Okay.
Cat connector.
Yeah, they're decent. I mean, They're
Well,
not horrible.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
but
go
he's
away.
got-
It's gonna go away from me. That's for sure.
And you just gotta make sure you don't plug it in backwards, which is easy to do with those.
And it is a 540 can, 450 can. Sorry. So it's not a 380 motor, and
No,
it
you
does
got it right,
have a
540.
540. Okay,
It's 540.
Brushed.
Yep.
brushed. Yeah, and
Well,
it does
it
have.
depends. Because look at Traxxas's 12-turn motor.
That's
Even
a
though
550.
but it's only a 550 because of the length of the can. It's the reason it's actually technically a 540 stator. On the back of the Traxxas motor, it's a fan.
Yep.
But still, they go by the can size,
Yeah, they go
for
by
the
can
measurement,
size.
not by the
Mhm.
internals.
Yeah.
It does have a
So
metal piece
it
for
could be a
the
550.
gears.
No, that's a 540 because of the shorter body of it. Because that trans setup looks a lot like one of the trannies off of the ground pounder.
Probably.
Maybe I'm
The
And
way
it has a
blade
metal
is,
piece there.
and that's I've seen that with the 550 can on it and the 540. That's a 540.
And then I see a comment from who's Barbecue Altered RC. Hey, how you doing? I see tank tracks on that. Did you mean on this truck that we're looking at, or
Tank tracks on the Lowrider would be nice. Yes.
yeah?
I don't know how
No,
you
they
do
do
it,
have
but
the kits. You know, the little tank track, the little track kits you can put on stuff like that.
Yeah.
It might be kind of cool.
Now, the
So-
one cool thing about the Lowrider is if Francois, can you go over to the servo in the center?
Okay, I just want to finish with this first.
Okay,
The
yeah, no worries.
transmission. Transmission is the 3-gear transmission because I can see where the shaft actually goes, where the bearing probably are in there. So it is a normal transmission, the 3-gear transmission that we see in a lot of trucks. So which is good. And then we have
And a metal plate.
we have this 300 servo here.
yep, that's
This-
the reef servo right there.
Yeah,
That's the one that's very fast.
Yep.
What did you want to say about the servo, Travis?
Oh, that's what I just want to say. Like they didn't cheap out on the servo.
No, not that one. What are the two in the back?
And
Can you
they're
see
they're
anything on those?
they're
I
the
think they're
red
the
one,
standard
yeah.
20 kilogram servos.
20 kilogram or 25 kilogram servos.
25, I believe.
Yeah.
But what's interesting here is that they did not cheap out on the control arm also. Like this is a nice big arm to actually kick this forward.
Yeah.
And even on this one, it's probably a cheaper servo for the steering, but it doesn't need to be big for the steering. Those wheels, like they weigh nothing.
No.
But another comment on there that I saw is people were complaining that there's no chassis on here. So like there's no rails. Like what do you care if there's rails? You care about this. To me, you care about the scale look of it.
Oh,
and-
there are rails. They're just underneath. That's the plastic tub. There are
Yeah.
Yeah,
rails.
that's the top.
But when you look at it underneath, it looks like there's rails. It's all molded in the plastic. This is a very nice hard plastic
Yeah.
to contain everything and to make sure nothing warps. To me, this makes sense. Like some people, they wanted some crazy stuff.
Well, the
The
ones
guy
that are
says-
complaining on his page there are in the lowrider community.
Probably.
They're going from what they see on the real cars. They want it to be more like that,
Yeah,
which I
probably.
can understand. But they also have to be willing to give a little here and there.
Mhm.
So
But-
that's the prototype. Yeah.
Yeah, but some people are saying, well, I would take your prototype over the other one anytime.
Yeah.
Okay, I wouldn't. Like, I'd rather have the other one than this one. But I guess that's just me. Like, some people said they like better the metal look of this one and the way this one was built compared to the other one.
I thought it was metal frame rails under the piece that holding up all the electronics.
No,
Nope. All plastic.
this is all plastic. So it's very interesting and very neat how they've actually built it. So that's kind of cool. Did they put any other pictures on here? There's a lot of comments on here, so I didn't look at
Mr.
all-
Magnat 007, the servo that makes it hot is the reefs.
Yeah.
The
reef-
others are not because they don't have to be as fast to raise the back up to get it to go up.
The next thing you're going to have is people complaining about it not being waterproof.
Yeah. He also said if it ran real hydraulics, it would be 10 times the cost. True, but I don't think they could get a RC size hydraulic system to be quick enough to activate a ram to make it hop the right way to make it look right.
Yeah. And here you have the Reef logo with the servo. So
Yep.
I like the body mounting idea though, because they have the interior, they can Velcro mount it.
yeah, and these Velcro are actually to put the pan, the inside pan where the seats are. This is what holds that pan. You actually see that in the video that he's coming out with, and that he put out the other day that he was trailing with, not trailing, but
Cruising around with it.
Yep. So this one is kind of cool because he's going to be coming out with this video soon, coming out, which is the story from the beginning to the end. So when he first started, this is, I believe, there is 1/12 scale.
Yeah.
Version, and then he's got this one, which is the 1/10 that he did with Redcat.
It actually might be a little bit smaller than that because those look like 124 scale wheels for the
probably
thing.
So it's interesting, and I did contact him. He was supposed to be here tonight, but because they've sold out on everything, he can't come. So he will be here with us on another night, maybe next week or the week after. But he did.
Jarvis?
He was going to come. Yeah, Jarvis. Yeah. So hopefully we'll see him soon. So on the Redcat website, there's a lot of nice pictures on there. I believe there's a picture of underneath.
Yeah, there should be.
And that's where underneath you really see how nice it actually is, especially on the pan. It's not here. It was on another website. Come on. So many nice pictures.
Is it under the specs, maybe?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, it might be under that. I know we saw it last week.
So here's the inside. There's the wheel. Now here's the underneath. This is the frame underneath, and you can see
That's
the
what I
frame
was talking
here.
about.
So you do have a frame, and then you have the pan that's on it. So to me, there's nothing wrong with this. Like, this is a real neat setup.
No.
It's
Personally,
just like a real car.
Yeah, I'd take it and detail it out even more. And like they do on a lot of the Lowriders, either chrome it or body match it and set it up that way.
I just got to figure out where I'm going to put my underglow light.
4 small strips in the wheel wells.
Yeah, I was thinking the wheel wells.
You need some here too.
And along the back by the tank.
Yeah, but you drop it all the way down, it will rub and get caught on that. So
I don't know. Well, I'll see it once it gets here.
Yeah.
I thought that
Might
frame
be
was
nice to
metal.
bring one along with me into the cities when I go into the cities.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Do some running videos around
Tony's here.
the graffitis.
Cool. So that's going to be really interesting. So it's going to be a fun truck to play with. And Tony's getting here. I guess his time is over.
Yeah.
I hope he's going to invite the Losi guy to come in here.
Hey.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Losi guy an invite.
They all left early. I was talking to Mike Vodders. We were all closing out, and he stayed on.
Oh, yeah?
And I was trying to close mine, and he started chatting with me. So I don't think we ever met.
What a bunch of losers. They all go to bed early, those guys?
No, they just getting, dude, some of them are West Coast. They're all an hour behind, so they had time to be with their families still.
Yeah, it's only 8:30 my time.
That's true.
Yeah, it's 10:30 here.
Mr. Vodders is out by Frank somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, what am I doing?
So, Tony, that's your favorite monster truck now, the Losi?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't take away the Raminator, but it's a different league.
Yeah.
But man, that's why I've been talking about so many monster trucks. Is all I want to do is run them because of this thing. It's so much fun to drive.
The Raminator.
Oh, this Losi here.
Oh, gotcha. Right on.
I can see you. Are you gonna be racing that?
Yeah.
And you're gonna win. You're probably gonna win too.
I don't win anyway, so I'll probably still do about the same. But,
I bet you do a notch better. What do you? I think that car could give you a notch better. You know how they say it's 10% the car, 90% the driver.
I have
so,
a $1,200 race truck, so it's pretty dialed, and I still don't do great.
Practice makes perfect.
There you
That's
go.
it. I'm getting better.
the Losi could be made into a race truck, I'm sure too.
Oh, it's a race truck.
I'd say it's a race truck out of the box.
It's
They
straight,
could
straight out of
race
the box
it right out of
race
the box.
truck.
Good
Yeah.
people could drive
Yeah.
it. Yep.
I see that. I would like to know what the competition is. How many are going to win with that truck?
Depends who gets them. If a lot of these guys are getting them, so I'm sure that you'll see a lot of them winning.
Gonna have some competition going pretty soon.
But
Huh?
those Warpaths
Yeah,
that we had on Tuesday night are pretty epic trucks too. So, and the Freeseller RCs, there's definitely competition for it, but it'll hold its own. That's what I'll say. Is it'll definitely hold its own.
All right. On.
It's definitely going to be faster with going quick in a straight line over the others.
Yeah, but it's not about speed. Slow is fast in racing.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta have the control. You really gotta have the control on that.
You gotta
And,
slow down to go fast.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the transmission and where it was on the outside of the frame and how the motor actually hooks up on the side panel.
Yeah, it's really easy to work on.
So
Yeah.
it was interesting.
And I like the little shock mounts that they have to hold the shocks away from the chassis. Not a lot of people do that. They just
Yeah, this.
put like a little spacer, like a couple washers,
Yeah.
and then they turn it sideways, but you still get kind of like a weird angle on it.
Yep.
It's well thought out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a real nice
Someone
drink.
was asking how much the LMT is.
6.
600
Okay.
and 400 for the roller,
Where is it?
and it's worth every penny.
Yeah.
99.
The people that are complaining, it's brushless. It's got aluminum chassis plates. These plates, if you were to have just bought these plates from somebody, usually a plate chassis is about $150 to $250 just for
Yeah.
the chassis.
Yeah, especially
And the
3
motor-
millimeter thick.
Now,
And the motor itself is pretty high, I'm sure, with the electronic in it.
now
nice
this
swing
plate, all
bars.
3 plates or all 6 plates are all metal, right?
Yep.
And this is the wheelie bar at the back.
Yep, and that's plastic.
Links of
I
metal.
see people putting Vanquish axles on there for some reason.
Vanquish axle?
Why?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they're getting away from that. This has 8 scale diffs in it. There's no way they'll go back to those diffs. Those are crawler diffs.
Hmm.
The,
That was
the only
the-
reason that I've backflipped this one probably 1,000 times in the month that I've had it. Way more than that, actually. I probably in the last 3 days backflipped it 500 times.
And you haven't broke anything?
I haven't broke a thing. My rear wheel's a little loose, I saw, but nothing's broken. It's
Here's
amazing.
something interesting. On the box, it's written 1/10 size, but in the spec here, it actually tells you it's a 1/8 truck. Yeah.
It's like I said, it's 1/8 scale. It's 1/10 scale with eight scale internals is what they're saying.
Yeah, so it's 1/10 scale to an actual truck running 8 scale power system, 8 scale diffs, and all of that. So I don't know. They also said it was 3 to 4S capable, but it's not. It's only 2 to 3. So
And
there's
Tony has one beside him.
Huh?
Now,
You know,
which one do you like running better with the body? Do you like the Gravedigger or Digger?
I don't really notice. I mean,
They're going to drive the same.
no, well, because of the front of them, and they sit a little different, the way that they are. I love the look of Gravedigger, but the front end on that son of a digger makes it doing those nose wheelies, getting it up on that front end here.
Yeah,
moonwalk
shorter.
a little bit easier,
Hmm.
I think, because this one it doesn't have that nose to hit. It's actually like a scoop a little bit here.
Okay.
So I feel like it's a little easier with that one.
Yeah, the Chevy nose is a little bit longer than the Willys nose is.
Yeah.
and one has red lights and one has blue lights.
That's easy to
There's like
fix.
that longer plate here.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, it's an amazing truck. I mean, there's scale axles on them. They look like real steel plate axles that they make for these things,
Yeah.
weld together.
Do they have do they have that disc like a brake disc on the front of the axles too, like they do in monster trucks?
No.
No.
No, there's no brake disc on those.
I'd say if you wanted to make it look scale, you could make something like that. Just to
They
Now-
3D print them, and those like, but the links on this are like the ones they use for the Baja Ray, as well as the drive shafts for the
is it
Super
what,
Baja
9mm
Ray.
stick or something like that?
Yeah, they're massive.
And when you compare the size of that one and the axial monster truck, is there a big difference of size?
Nope,
Probably.
they're almost exactly identical, square.
Okay.
The body is. I got the body up here. I'll show you.
Yep.
Body's different.
The body's different
But the
size.
chassis, because Medic had his SMT, and he put that right next to that, and it's a lot different size.
Okay.
So, the body of this one,
Yeah.
if it's
Smaller.
sitting all the way on it, is shorter by quite a
Yep.
bit,
Yeah, inch and a half.
and it's not as wide.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Not as
I mean, it's
wide
stretching
and-
itself
about
out.
half inch narrower, or no, that's more than an inch and a half.
Yeah, it's
So-
almost an inch.
But the wheelbase is pretty much the same, but
Okay.
everything's been beefed up around it, and they've actually sized these bodies more to this size tire.
Okay. That's good.
Where these
So it
ones
actually
with this
matches
tire-
more.
these ones with this size tire was just, I thought, a little big. But
You know, you could actually make one of those Russian dolls that have the bigger one in the smaller one inside the bigger one. Just take a bad wreck, let the bigger one
Hey,
peel
Tony.
away, and leave the smaller one in there.
Tony, are those the same size as a Clodbuster tires?
pretty much, they're a little taller and I think a little narrower.
Oh, the taller
Bucks
but narrower.
I
Bucks
haven't
RC
plowed-
World says, dude, that guy on Butters today,
Butters?
one of the
Butt hurt.
on one
He
of the
got so
forums-
butt hurt today on one of the forums about saying the axles don't look scale and how they missed an opportunity.
those axles look pretty good for monster truck. Like
They look
big
really
monster
good.
truck axles are friggin' huge. The real ones.
Well, they look exactly like them.
Yeah.
So, except for the sticker on it.
Well,
But some
number.
people they complain about anything and everything. It's just
What form was that? I didn't see that.
Oh, right here.
I commented to somebody that was saying they looked toy-like. And I actually said
Hello,
they
Chris.
looked realistic, but I didn't see which group it was.
JORC says, Tony, is the stock servo saver on the LMT any good? Question mark.
That's a good
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys will see what I've been doing with this other truck.
What servo was on there? 30 kilogram? 35?
it's a Spectrum servo.
It's really heavy.
For some reason, that one looks
Here's the
cleaner.
stock one. This one's only been driven for a week.
So you
it's
got both of
definitely
them.
cleaner.
Of course.
Yeah,
like
this is
that
the
one.
stock one. And
That
it
one.
goes right here. It's a short run. I'm running it over to this other end on the other one. So what happened was we got 6 of them sent direct from China, basically, for the video shoot. So if we broke one, accidentally run one over with a monster truck, we'd have more
Yeah.
to keep making the video, right? Or you broke something, you snapped an axle, dumping or whatever. We didn't break any of them except for the one that we ran over, with a caveat.
Yeah, with 10,000
So,
pounds.
14,000.
14.
It's it's a ride truck. So
Okay.
we didn't have permission to drive the Gravedigger. I really wanted to end it with the Gravedigger driving over the son of a digger truck and being like, I win.
That would have been good.
But I mean, there's a lot of hoops you have to jump through for them to fire those trucks up.
Oh,
But
yeah.
they run a ride truck all the time. I'm like, well, let's just have it like bearing down on them, which was cool. And then we accidentally, one of them ran into the back of the other and twisted him. And he thought the ride truck was going to
Got
stop,
under
and it
the
didn't. He
tire.
realized, and he tried to get out. But So this, what we had was what the servos that they had in it. Whoever did it, they milled the spline too small, so it was stripping out every single servo saver.
Oh
It
wow.
wasn't the fault of the servo saver materials, or we weren't breaking the servo itself. It was just one little piece of the puzzle. Those have all been fixed and changed because of the video and what we found out. They changed all that before they, you know.
So did they use the 24 or the 25 spline shaft?
23. There's
23.
Spectrum, so 23.
23.
Which is what they've used. But this is the stocks. I mean, it's like a $30, $30 servo. The the S614S.
Yeah.
S614S
It's got to
Metal
be
Gear
20
servo.
kilograms or
It's
higher.
not a super expensive one, but it's pretty good, and it's taking a beating. So we had one of the trucks that had no issues, and we ran it the whole time, the Gravedigger, and he was still running it, and the servo was fine. And I mean, we hit it hard on some of the stuff we were trying to do, digging the front ends in, and this servo saver was really saving it.
Cool.
So I think it's
for the body on that one.
RC Basher Boy is putting a complaint in. He says he's complaining because it's not a Bigfoot.
different licensing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I have something to say to Basher Boy is, Basher Boy, get a life, go to bed, wake up in the morning better.
Hey, I prefer the body. You know, Tony, I prefer the
fielding a
that
lot of
body
comments
than the
about,
other
oh
one.
my gosh, please don't be another digger.
Really?
And I was
There's
like,
two different
why
diggers
would you
there.
say
Son of
that?
a digger.
Like, we want them to do well so that they'll keep making them for us.
Yeah.
Like, we have to think beyond ourselves and our personal wants, because it's not, monster trucks aren't a huge market, right?
Mhm.
Not like the Bashers are going to be.
Yep.
So to have a solid axle monster truck that's a very obscure truck. Now, Bigfoot is not, but if it was an obscure truck that people, I mean, Gravedigger sells, like, people that don't even know about monster trucks know what Gravedigger is, right?
Yeah.
And so if they see one, they're like, man, that's awesome. Which is, again, what happened to me with this one right here. I walked into a hobby shop and they had a Gravedigger on a shelf, and I had to have it. So that's
You
what
know
got
what?
me into the hobby, was a Gravedigger on a shelf. As a
Hey,
person that didn't know
Tony.
anything about RCs, and not really a huge, I mean, I love Monster Jam. I'll watch it and go to shows, but I wasn't following it super close. But I knew Gravedigger, and there was one on the shelf, and I had to have it. So
Cool.
I prefer the color combination on that one there.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. The paint job sticker on it, I like you mentioned, it's off. The color on it, or the sticker on the side, the depth of the black and all that. Did they fix that in a new run, or is that just that run for that sticker?
no, they were already done. It'll be the next batch. Sorry if I was talking over you. My computer was muted. I kept waiting to hear you guys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, the blue with the black, it definitely has a better. It's just in your face more than the green and the black. I'm sorry, that's how it is to me.
Yeah, but right now the sticker on it,
you see it.
the production batch that they're going to come out, is it going to look better than that sticker? Do you think?
No.
So? No.
This is production. This one.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I'm a little disappointed
now
on that.
I'm gonna say that the lights on it make it look worse.
Oh yeah.
So I'm looking at it here in person, and it doesn't look that bad.
Okay. Yeah, but on this side with the light on
On this side with the light washing it out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it looks really washed out. But yeah, they used a 4-color process where it kind of blends the colors to make colors, and it's not as crisp. So that is something that will be addressed.
You also got
already all done.
You got to think of it this way: black and blue, like a Bruce, but it looks good. That black and blue.
Well, yeah, I actually wonder about hitting it with a clear coat. If it'll make it pop, it'll darken it.
Yeah.
With a clear
Maybe
coat.
not. It might not. It might make it worse.
Make sure you have a spare body to test it.
Yeah. When I clear coat my chassis and everything else, it usually deepens the colors.
Having a printed sticker like
But
that,
it looks like a
sometimes it goes the other way.
CMYK. Yeah, it all depends the process. It's a vinyl though, so it shouldn't bleed.
Yeah.
But don't do it. I'm not recommending anybody to do it themselves. But
And we have RC84 Films that joined us also. How you doing?
All right. How about
Chris,
you? What's up, Tony?
Good evening, sir.
man, I love that wall of trucks.
What, his roll of trucks?
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
a military truck going there.
He's got a whole military situation going there. That's what's cool about his
Yes.
collection.
Pretty
Tony,
much.
did you build your pipe frame like he's got yet?
The carry one that he's got?
Yeah.
I haven't built one. No, it's epic
Haven't built
though.
one?
You need to do it, man.
The stand.
I need to build one.
I need to do something like that for my semi so I don't damage them in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my whole thing because I was tired of getting my seats all dirty, crawling and stuff.
Hey, Chris, we maybe
Yo.
should make them and sell them.
I've had a lot of people say that.
You could probably make some good money on it. What would you charge for them if you made them and sold them?
I don't know, probably maybe 20 or 30 bucks. It does cost a lot for the fittings.
Fittings are not cheap.
So you're saying $23?
Yeah, especially if you're going 45s, which are like almost $1 a piece.
Yeah.
So it'd be like $20 to $25, $23 to $25, depending on what the situation was.
Yeah, I actually sold a few. Guy bought 10 of them from me. So
Wow. I don't even remember the strap on it before.
yeah,
No, but I do.
That's pretty awesome.
That
Actually, it's a good idea, man.
It's
Now, the
wicked.
only thing missing on your carryall is a way to hook up the radio on it.
I thought about that too.
You know, I actually made something like that for my remote control tank. It was had a couple little legs underneath it that I could stand up and so I could
Yeah.
walk around the tank tracks.
they're stable enough to actually do some work on it too on the car when
Yeah.
you have them standing, right?
Yeah,
This is-
definitely.
This is what mine are. Not nearly as.
Nice.
That works too.
I
Doesn't
like the
work
color
for it.
though. I like the color on those.
Well, this is to put this under. It's blue and purple, so it'll sit on it.
I actually made something like that years ago when I was working at a flower shop delivering casket sprays all the time.
That was depressing.
Hey, son of a digger, grave digger. So
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I get it. I get it now. I love it so nice.
Well, I bet you next thing we know, Chris is going to be making manufacturing those and selling to people. $23 for this one and $25 for that one, depending on the setup it had to be.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Monster Truck Mania is going to come back because it went away, it came back, kind of went away here in Canada anyways. So hopefully it comes back,
Yeah.
especially with those.
yeah.
So I redid the body shell on the Kong head.
That's
Oh,
the
nice.
Tamaya.
Whoa, that's cool.
That's the
Yeah.
Tamaya one, right?
Yeah.
It's Kong head.
Yeah.
Kong head, but you made a new body. It looks like
That makes it not look hokey. That's really cool.
That
it
looks
makes it
really
sleek.
cool.
Makes it sleek.
Yeah.
Hey, you should try to see if you could sell that body to Tamaya. They can put that on as another addition to
Go
their
with the
setup.
Tesla for that new electric truck.
Yeah. Well,
Six-wheel electric truck.
this is from Jade Comsets. This is the Gate Crushers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I just bought it from a hobby shop that I went to and cut out the middle there.
Sides out.
Yeah.
That looks slick.
Length is okay.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's more aerodynamic too. I bet you it goes slightly faster with that body too because there's less resistance.
Well, I've been using it for rock crawling. This thing is unstoppable.
Rock,
I
I'll
guess.
bet.
you rock crawl with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it
you hear
hits
that?
for a
You hear
lot.
that, Jake?
Hits for a
Mr.
lot.
Mr.
not
Magnet,
happening.
Mr. Magnet 07 says, I'll call it Tamiya. Tamiya. That's awesome.
Yeah. And of course, there at Halloween, I decided to dress the truck up by putting the crocodile head on there.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer the military body.
remember that.
Sorry.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, I'm in touch with the military stuff too, man. That's pretty awesome that you do all them. The alligator head. Here we go.
I still got to find
That's
a
for the
truck and do a
body people.
replica of my dad's old army truck.
I need to put that on top of my boat.
It's a congator.
What the heck?
A congator.
Okay, that went a different direction with it. That's wild.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun because we are the place we go at. It's in a ditch, and so I sit there and hit in the water and let it float around.
that might confuse the gators.
Probably so.
Might confuse a lot of people.
You could
Hey, guys, I'm
actually
gonna
put
get out of
that
here.
head on top of this and drive it around too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Get some people. That'd be awesome. I don't know. Put a camera on it, see what kind of reaction you get with the wildlife.
Yeah. But man, I wasn't trying to go with the military theme on this, but it just went so well
It
with
did.
it.
It go very well with that.
Yeah.
Sometimes the themes just fall in your lap.
Yeah, and
I'm
these are
surprised somebody didn't make a military body.
You should sell that to Tamiya.
yeah.
Tamiya.
Tamiya.
Yep.
I'm gonna do that on the next Tamiya video we make. We got the parts in for the CC01 finally. Got the bearing kit for it and
Oh yeah.
rebuild the gears. Yeah, they were pretty rough, and he put a brushless in it and didn't change any of the bushings, so they wore out relatively quick before I got it. Yeah,
I'm surprised you didn't screw up the gears.
they're trashed. I had to get the whole
Oh
gear
my
kit.
God.
Yeah, they're trashed.
Yeah.
There's a decent amount of bearings in that kit, if I remember correctly. I used to
Yeah,
have one.
there's like 30 of them, man. There's a bunch. There's actually a video on my YouTube channel when it caught on fire. We were out bashing on it at City Park in Howell, and the motor on it caught on fire from something, oil or whatever. But we were just out there and it flipped it up, yanked the battery out. But yeah,
Was it a torque tune motor? Was it a torque
no,
tune
it
motor?
was out of the axial. It was an axial 25 turner or 27
Oh,
turner.
okay.
It was a pretty good motor, stout motor, but there was just so much friction inside there from the bushings being wore out.
Yeah.
And,
Mm-hmm.
oh, holy God, dude.
Yeah.
When I made my first, when I had the first hobby car for the Hornet, the gears fused to the gearbox because I didn't have bearings and they got so hot in there.
Yeah.
Nothing happened to the motor, but the gears just fused. They melted right to the gearbox.
Yeah,
So
she was
Mr.
just driving it, and then she says, "Hey, it's not turning no more." And she's holding the throttle down, and there's just smoke billowing out of the thing. And I'm like, "Oh, stop!"
Mr. Magma says, Mixter Magma 007 says, CC01, the best trail truck ever, especially with the Magic Link rear end.
Yes.
Yeah. I had a CEO one.
Jake wouldn't agree with that.
I do.
No,
I do
okay,
enjoy
hold
the
on.
CC01. It
Hold
is
on, Brad.
actually a good truck.
You're putting words in my mouth.
Well,
Trail truck, Brad.
trail
Not
truck.
crawler.
I know, but
Yeah.
still.
Trail truck.
So
There's
you would buy one for a trail. You do one for a trail truck.
I don't run trail trucks though.
Yeah, I know.
That's what a lot of people don't realize. A trail truck is a trail truck. A trail truck is not a rock crawler.
Yeah, or basher.
Rock crawler, there's different levels of rock crawling. There's competition rock crawlers, and there's rock crawlers. There's rock racers. There's monster truck. There's a whole bunch of different categories of trucks.
It's
They
really
all have
good
their-
for. It's really super good. Sorry, Tank, but it's good for like field situations, baseball fields, things like that, yards, things of that nature. Like what you're
No,
saying, footpaths, things like that.
Like
yeah, but
this-
even if it's still rough a little bit, it still will go through. Like the one RC84 film has. It's a nice platform. It doesn't have the clearance and the wheelbase of a rock crawler, but it still gets in rough terrain. It doesn't.
Yeah, it's pretty tough chassis too. It's hard to. I think one of the only major weak points that I've noticed on is that steering shaft that comes down through it.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the front end steering, there it is, right there underneath it.
Hey, Chris, I had the hard body when they first came out. I had the CC01 Amigo. Well, they called it the Isuzu Moo,
Yeah.
and it had the deep dish wheels with the big, which would be like 20-inch rims, and they were deep dish chrome. And they had wide tires on it. That's the one I had.
Yeah.
So on road it would handle better with those tires, and it was a little lower to the ground.
Yeah. This is the body shell I put on the SCX10 when I do some rock crawling with the Hummer.
Right on.
Cool.
How many cracks are in that one so far?
You watch. Chris is going to get the hybrid Hummer, the EV Hummer body. He's going to want one of those.
Hold that back up again. I want to see that. All I saw is Brad's name. I want to see the details.
Huh? He's even got his chick sitting in there.
Yeah, you know,
That's
you got
pretty cool.
You got the RC chick hanging out. Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh la la.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
On that CC01 Hummer that you have, did you keep the rear end locked, or did you have it with standard with pig gears in there? Differential.
The Tamiya one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I like the front, but the rear you can't really do it because of the ball depth on it.
Really? Huh? Because I went in when the guy built the kit on this one, he put the locked. There's like a square part.
Yeah, it's an octangular looking gear that you put in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes in the rear end.
Yeah, and when I got a hold of it, I went to the hobby store and bought the gears and replaced it and turned it into the regular freewheeling differential in the rear end.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know how people were making the front end? They put an extra spider gear in there to lock it up.
Yeah.
In the front.
Yeah.
Or putty.
I've never done that to the front diff. Doesn't that make it like steer hard?
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
But I know for a fact I get a lot of front wheel spin on this one. It probably handles all that really good. Huh? Grabs a little bit more. Huh.
I'll be right back.
Now I got to take my
gyroscope.
I got to take my Gatekeeper and go on my trails and do all my challenges and do a quick little video. Seeing the Gatekeeper doing all the challenges should be interesting.
And you'll run it, and then you're going to run it like the Rampage.
Yeah, go to the beach and burn the motor.
Yeah.
It'd be an expensive one to do.
But that's what Frank would do. He would actually do the Rampage run with it.
Rampage is a little quicker than that one. It's geared differently, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You just have to change the gear, the pinion or spur on it, and put a different motor in it to make it go just as fast.
I can show you some slow motion shots I did today. Real quick.
But the Gatekeeper is a trail truck and a rock crawler at the same time.
It's basically a rock racer.
Yeah.
It's not a trail truck. It's a rock racer. It's not a rock crawler. It's a rock racer.
There is a bit of a difference.
What is the big difference on that anyway? With the crawler and racer?
Animal issues.
Well, it's the trailing arms at the
Animal
rear.
issues.
It's meant to go a little faster on the rocks.
Okay, I gotcha.
The suspension is different. It's going to handle. It's got bigger tires to handle the big hits on the rocks and things like that.
Gear ratios, all that. Gotcha.
Tires are a little harder, not as soft. So there's a bunch of different difference.
It's basically a mini bomber.
Yeah. So here's a quick slow motion I did that lasts 5 seconds. So that was basically the first time at Travis's house. So
he left us abruptly.
Yep. So I got that one, and I also have this one here.
That is a nice paint job, man. I do like that. You had to paint the balls though.
Why they're blue? They
Yeah.
got hit by rocks.
I know, but they're a little bit too blue.
Hey,
Hold
he's
out,
just
okay?
matching the guys' bodies. He's just matching the characters in the truck.
So I have this. I just went down also. Like it was really neat because this deck is about the height of the truck, and I went right against this deck, and I almost got on top of it, just like climbing. So it's a good climber and very good low torque. So I'm happy with how it actually turned out. So if you guys don't know yet, but I'm the Tank RC on Facebook. So this was very interesting. Oh yeah, and I did a GIF here with the balls dangling.
You're married, right?
Of course I'm married.
I know.
Now this was really neat. So a bear, it's a small bear, and then the guy had the RC
Chase the
And
bear away. That's
chasing
awesome.
the bear away. Now they're
Always
from a
back
different
there by the
country.
tree checking it out. Like, what are you?
Now the bear comes back, and they turn around. They back up to it.
Yeah.
Now the bear's going to come back again. Like the bear's really curious. What the heck is that thing? Like one swat, the bear could just do one swat on it, but
Yeah.
so that's pretty funny.
Or I'll just send the tank out and start shooting it.
Probably thinks it's a badger or something like that. You know, with the
Yeah.
sound of it. Badgers make that kind of like a
Okay.
hissing. That'd be cool too to take after it.
Cool.
Yeah, it would.
That's a nice tank.
Yeah, the badgers very frightening even for bears because they can really hurt them.
Yeah, they tear their nose up really bad.
They're like little
Cool.
tanks. The badgers and wolverines.
Little tanks.
Oh yeah, they're the
Yeah, they refer to them as little tanks.
Hemistorm.
I've seen it.
Hemistorm received a Losi monster truck also. Everybody, all the big channels, they all receive a Losi monster truck, which is cool. Can't wait to see what they do with it.
Yeah. Be interesting.
Especially Hemistorm. Like, I'm wondering what kind of body he's going to put on it and what kind of theme he's going to go with. So it's going to be interesting.
That it will. Oh,
It's funny how they named it the LMT. Compared to Axial, it's SMT, I think it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's close to the same thing. And what does SMT stand for, and what does LMT stands for?
Well,
Mhm.
Losi's got to be the name of the LMT.
Losi monster truck,
It's a truck.
and SMT would be for what?
Yeah. I should have called it
Scale
the
monster
AMT.
truck.
Scale monster truck. Yeah.
Scale monster truck, probably.
I don't know. What does RC conspiracies think?
I don't know. He's not there. He took
He's
a break.
hiding.
I see his face. Though. Okay, he's not. He's just got his picture there. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought he was
Yeah,
reading
so-
his screen.
He's out running his truck.
Yeah.
What did you say?
He's out running the truck.
That's right.
I bet you Associate wants to get in on the hunt too with a monster truck, or do they already have one?
They don't have a solid axle one, and
No.
John Schultz on Javier's channel said no, there's no plan for a monster truck.
Yeah.
Oh,
That makes sense.
Good
But
change.
that Losi looks pretty well made. I'm happy, and I'm glad, kind of, because Losi is known for making good quality racing stuff or racing trucks. They're pretty good with their fifth scale, so it should be a interesting future for them. That's for sure.
Yep.
It's actually true.
I mean, Associated could jump in now that Losi's in the game.
yeah, and they would probably use element pieces.
No,
I doubt it, but
No,
you
but I could see
do
people
axle.
taking that Gatekeeper and making it a monster version.
Yeah.
that could work.
I've seen some Gatekeeper with wheel wideners, like very long wheel wideners. It makes the truck completely different look. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, it puts a lot of stress on the axles too.
Yeah, but that's the
Talking
fun
just
of
the
it.
hub extensions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he actually used the Proline tires that actually has the extender built in.
Oh,
you can
okay.
Play with your
Gotcha.
offsets.
Oh,
You get the half-inch offset. Yeah.
I Associate made one to be called the EMT or the AMT. TAMT or something like that. It would have to go along that MT name.
Chris, are you checking for dust?
Yeah.
Chris loves the Hummer bodies, so I assume he's going when someone makes the EV Hummer body, he's going to get that too.
I don't know about that.
Well, I don't see a lot of Tesla monster truck. I know a couple guys did kind of quick bodies real quick, but I don't see them anymore. Nobody talks about the Tesla monster truck body or making a Tesla crawler.
They probably use did they use the X? Did they use the Tesla X body? Because that's
for the super truck, the Tesla super truck.
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. Yeah. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
RC Reactivated says, Brett, those trailer race were awesome.
Oh, thank you. That was a blast.
That's a Mustang body, isn't it?
Yeah, no. I thought about doing that one time.
It's been done with
Camaros
and
El Caminos. I've seen
Caminos.
actual El Camino in real life. Like that.
Talking about El Camino. When's that El Camino coming out?
What El Camino?
Somebody was coming out with an El Camino a couple of months back.
It's Kyosho.
Kyosho one.
Kyosho.
Yeah, it's supposed to be out already.
Man, that's another one I wanted.
Yep.
You probably wanted all three of them. You wanted all of them.
Gonna have to sell something else.
Don't we all?
Yeah, we all do need to.
A lot of people say the Phaser chassis is a very versatile chassis. Didn't you say that, Brett?
No.
Oh, someone said it.
I agree with it, but I didn't say it.
Oh, you agree with it, but you didn't say it.
You a politician?
Hey, don't insult me like that. I'm not crazy.
RC Master says, you must have been away for that day, Frank. We all made Tesla truck, the super truck, and sent them to space. That's funny.
Get your Lowrider. You need one of these so you can put it in there.
There you go.
And what vehicle's going to tow it? One of his semis?
No, it's toy hauler.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to make a trailer like that. Put the car right in.
And that's a wood interior in the bottom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Looks like you etched the wood for the traction to go up it.
No, it's actually just I took tire and just rolled it down and then just like dipped in some paint there.
Oh, that's why it looked like wood to me.
Well, it is wood in there.
Just to give it the tread pattern.
Yeah, just give it a try pattern there.
You got magnets to hold it closed?
Yeah.
And then you'll have a guy sitting out. You'll have a guy standing in the doorway just for the trailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
You mean him?
Yeah.
Perfect size.
Yeah.
Put Arnie there and
That's
say,
what you
I'll
do
be
if
back.
it was stopped. You do that. You put him, open the door, and put him standing there when it stopped, right?
Yeah. I think she'll look better.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you have the car roll out.
Cool.
Oh, that didn't work as good as I wanted.
Get it.
So many things I want to build. I want to build a trailer like that. I want to do a whole bunch of stuff. I still have my CCO2 I still have to build. Had that for almost a year and a half now in the box.
Still got the semi to finish.
Yeah, my semi to finish. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been working on my my crawler park here for the last few weeks now. So
Okay.
Micro crawler, did you say?
no crawler park.
Oh, crawler park.
How's that going?
It's going. I got it almost done. So
Soon you'll be able to do some events.
maybe. I don't know. It's going to be a lot different than the other places I've gone to. It's going to be mostly like a true scale trail run.
Okay. I'm actually hosting one here on the 21st, starting at 1 o'clock. So you got time to drive down there, Trail Critter RC. Starts off at 1 o'clock. So come on down. And it's back up to 50 people outside. So
So Jake would have to leave about 10 o'clock to get to you.
What about me? Let's Canada and US. Yeah, it's going to be too long.
yeah, it all depends where in the U.S.
Yeah.
And plus, you'd be stopped at the border.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, is it in your backyard you're making this course?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You see, all you guys who have all the crawlers, you're gonna be going down to Chris when the borders open up one day.
Mm.
do a thing there.
Mm.
So it took me about 2 weekends to tear everything down, burn it all, and get it cleared out so I can start building.
Do you have any beachfront property in your backyard? Do you have any beach?
No, I live right behind a creek.
Man,
Oh,
anybody remembers Jack's email address? He says he's going to come in. I don't remember his email address.
I have no
If
clue.
I can't find it somewhere.
Hey, Chris,
on a
did you
minute.
get hit with any of that storm this week?
they have a storm down there.
Yeah, well, we got hit with the
Ada.
outer band. We're getting hit with the outer bands of it, which it's not too bad here.
Yeah.
What's the name of I didn't know there was one on the East Coast by you.
Isa, I think it is.
Ada.
Ada. Okay, Ada. Yeah, it was coming up through the Gulf and through Florida, and
Yep.
I mean it's not supposed to really strike us here heavy.
Yeah.
We're just getting the outer bands of it.
Yeah, I know my mom got lucky. She's in Cape Coral, just down from Tampa, and it was supposed to hit them dead on. Then it moved at the last moment and went up the way. So
Yeah. So today around noon is when we got some of the winds and the rain there.
yeah,
You know that storm that happened in Iowa. I heard some of it traveled to some other states, even Ohio.
Pushed all that warm
Whatever
air
happened.
right up into Michigan. Yay!
Yeah, it was 100. It was 110 mile an hour winds. This was earlier in the fall, I think.
Oh, yeah.
They had. There's a certain storm they call it when it hits the inland like that.
What's that
Mm.
thing?
It-
You got an alligator
It's
in your
cool.
backyard.
Yeah.
Right
Actually,
on, there it is.
Part of
Yeah.
ours.
That's cool. It looks
Yeah.
cool in the pictures for sure.
Yep. Sweet.
Did you get Jack's email?
Yeah, I got it. I found
Okay.
it.
So I
The
can get it
email
for you.
sent. I put a link there. I told him email is sent.
Wow, we have a good turnout today.
Of course, there's a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah,
Like, it's
there's a
been
lot of
crazy
new
this
stuff that
week
came
with
up.
the new RCs.
What was the name of that new Redcat that was on your description?
64.
The 64.
Yeah.
That's
Is
what
that
it's
true
called.
to form? Did they stay true to form with Redcat with the interchangeability front, rear, left, right?
On that
That's a
thing,
totally
no.
new chassis.
No.
That's a totally new chassis.
Okay, I
Going front
understand.
wheel ref right. I don't see what you mean.
The whole suspension system is completely different.
Yeah, if you
Well-
broke an arm on the right, you could use either right or left arms to put in it. Yeah.
Yeah, front, back, right.
Yeah, it's, it's totally different setup for that.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
Hello, Jack.
Right.
Hey, Jack, you should be happy. Tamaya's coming out with those escort bodies again on one of their kits.
And
I'm not up to date with it. I've got no idea what's going on.
Well, I just wanted to
I've got
let you
no
know that
idea.
they aren't. I know you like I'm just telling you they are.
I had a MK 1800 body a few years ago, but it was a piece of shit.
Yeah, the Escort from not from North America, but the
European one.
Escort
Yeah.
are coming out.
Yeah.
So it should be nice.
Yeah, it's an early 70s model, mid 70s model.
What was here, the Capri, out there was the Escort.
Oh yeah.
There
Same
are
platform
slight
anyways.
differences in the body, though.
Yeah, it was the same platform.
So
Yeah.
Jack, how's your Arctic white car?
Does he still have it?
I'll tell you what. That thing weighs a ton.
It weighs a ton. Yeah.
Oh, it's just so heavy, and I mean, look, it's a bit, the wheels I put on it. I mean, a bit big for it, but no, it's a beast of a truck. There's no doubt about it.
It handles very good. Like there's a guy that comes to my trail and no problem. All the hills very slow, and it just like the 6 wheels. It works so nice. It's
just on the bluestone. They've put down some new bluestone rocks that they chopped up, and I thought, this would be good for the articulation and all that sort of stuff. So I used the gimbal and shit and whatever, blah blah blah, and I was just happy to be out there after being in prison for 8 months.
Yeah.
And I go back. Where is he? Is he here? Where is he?
Who are you talking about?
Where are you, mate? Why are you so quiet? There's only one person. You. Who else is you?
I'm just listening.
You're listening, eh?
Oh, he was laughing. He was looking for
Giving
Tony.
Of course, I'm going to be looking for him.
So what are you trying to show there, Chris?
Look at that pile of rocks I got.
Oh, it's a pile of rock for the back of your course. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that took a few trips to get.
I guess.
Is that like dolomite rock?
Yeah, it's like broken out concrete and stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah, we got there's a big pile behind our place that we go to. It's like right next to us between the two commercial places, I guess you could say. There's a probably 10-foot tall pile of broken up concrete. We love going there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love it.
And the concrete's kind of porous, so it can give you a different type of traction. So
yeah, exactly. If you get caught on a flat side, then you're going to be turning some wheels over. Rather, if you try and grab half on the rough, broken side versus the flat, smooth side.
Yeah,
it's really tricky.
Yes, we forgot to talk about the HPI's new car.
New body on an old chassis.
Yeah,
it's
a good body.
But it's amazing that they actually have something new coming out.
I think it's only been 4 new things from what Harley said. There was like 4 new things. That's it.
Yeah.
At least it's not dead. They're coming out with new stuff, which is cool.
Well, this means that hopefully they're starting to get more traction because they came out with this.
Who is it?
HPI.
Oh,
that's HPI.
Okay. Thought about that one.
What is it? A 90? I think it's a 90s, mid 90s, early 90s BMW body.
Yeah, BMW.
87
series.
Says right down the second paragraph.
Oh, the Evo model.
Why won't that go in?
1987.
Yep.
Cool.
It's news from HBI, so it's
Yeah.
There's
It's
movement.
nice and it's new.
That's all you want to hear is movement.
Yeah.
I'm sure they say it's an old chassis, but I bet there's updates to the chassis.
No, there's not.
And thank you for Trail Critter RC to sending the link so we can see that.
no problem. I saw it on Harley's channel. I forgot to mention it.
Yeah, I did too in his news.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually surprised Brad wasn't in their live stream last night.
Yeah,
That's true,
I
eh?
heard
With
about
the-
that, but I was with Frank. Frank always has precedence with me.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say they had Tamiya USA on there.
Yeah, I missed
Yeah,
it too. I
and,
forgot about it.
I heard it was a long talk. He was talking for a long time.
Well, they always talk long.
I know,
Did they
Brad.
talk about any new things that are coming out?
No.
Brad, you're gonna get upset. RC84 film left all of a sudden. See, he's not here anymore,
Oh, why did he leave?
and he didn't even say bye. No, he
I didn't
put a
hear him
comment.
say bye. I didn't see him leave.
No,
Did
he put a
HBI
comment
scare him
saying
away?
his tablet died.
Oh, okay.
So
Sorry, I
Oh,
shared
Jack
the
disappeared.
it's all good. As long as my tablet doesn't die, or Brad's, that's very important. Brad's phone can't die. So
Yeah, I'll plug it in as soon as I see it turns into that 15% for the red battery left.
Mhm.
I'll plug it back in again.
Yeah, where'd Jack go?
Jack went to
It was
take a
good to
break, I
see
think.
Jack briefly.
Yeah,
It was
well,
good to
he's
see
still there.
Jack.
He's still there.
Oh, okay.
And Tony's there also. He's reading the chat and commenting on the chat. And we've got John from Net
I thought
Cruiser
Jack would
RC
be-
that's in the chat.
I was telling
Jack
Jack
said I
that because I
talked
know
too
he
much,
likes
so
to.
I was just sitting back.
Yeah. Yes, John. It is the same chassis as a Unicorn. It is the RS4 Sport 3.
Oh, why use that one of all of their chassis to
know.
use again?
Told you it was
The
nothing new.
worst. It's the worst chassis design.
Yep.
Sprint 3, their Sprint 2 is better than that one.
Well, what about the original one they had that they had back when they first started?
If it sees sand, it will lock up the steering.
Yep. Sand or rocks. As soon as I play in rocks a little bit,
I made my own little covers for the steering and for the gears for the rear end.
oh yeah. Well, I still got to do my little idea of making a thin piece of foam to put underneath the steering links. So the link is actually going to rub on the phone, but it's going to stop the big rocks from going there.
There you go.
So I have to try that to actually see if it's going to work.
You know, actually, just as a side note, this Arma here has that same problem. It gets little chips of wood and pebbles and stuff up inside the Arma kind of bad up in here.
Can't
Which
Locks
one
it
is
up.
that?
It won't turn right.
Which
Huh?
one is it?
The Typhon.
The 3S?
Yeah.
So what you do is underneath where it's under the steering?
Yeah, it kicks up rocks and pebbles and stuff up inside where the front steering knuckles are and the crossbars.
It looks like you might have to make some type of shield in that area, so
Really?
you can still have turning radius.
Good luck.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I don't know. It's pretty tight up in there.
I assume Arma will. With people complaining about that, I'm sure they'll deal with it later.
Well, I think what it is actually, you know, right. If you want to look right in here in this
No, it's
area,
way
well,
too dark.
It's way too dark.
There we go. How's that?
Pigeon kicker.
Right here.
A little bit
This
dark.
is the front steering servo,
Yeah.
and then there's a body post right here.
Mm-hmm.
Right down here where this front steering link is the pieces get bound up in between the body post mount and the steering linkage. So it binds them in there. And if you can move the body mount post, then you'd be okay.
Yeah.
On the front right there. Yeah.
Yeah, they changed the new ones.
Did they?
They lifted
Well,
the
we
bell
just
crank.
got this. We just got this last 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
So
So that's the new one, huh?
yeah. Yeah. And it's kind of an issue because it's really close right there. I mean, the other side of it, there's a good, hold on, let me get it. It's pretty dark, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. All right, go ahead and there it is. Like right in there. You can see it right up front here. This body post is kind of mounted farther away. And then this other one, that body post is mounted right on the chassis right in front of it. It's got a post that extends down farther.
Yeah.
So
Net Cruiser RC, it's already been revised in the new version. Get the version 3 bell crank. It should fit on it.
right now.
So that's from
So this
John.
isn't the okay, this is the new old stock then.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, doke. Or
John
how
knows
long it was
everything
sitting
about
around
it.
before we actually found it and got it?
Oh, yeah.
How long did they have the V2 running before they changed it? How many months production?
I'm not sure.
Year.
Probably won't comment on that. I don't know.
They usually upgrade them every year.
Yeah. it's
Every
about
year
it.
to figure out that.
I don't know if that's different or not. I don't know because John's comment came in before you showed all the details. So You may or may not have the V3.
What else? What's another difference in the V2 and V3
It
that I
has
could
two
look?
pull tabs for your fingers on the rear, where you pull out the, instead of just one big one, you pull out the whole up on the top.
So which one
Right
is it you
there?
have? The armor?
Yeah,
what?
look. Right. Go ahead and set it there. Right there,
No,
you mean?
turn it over. It's on the to pull out your whole motor assembly.
Oh, okay. Hold
From
on.
the top. So it's
Which
what-
armor is it again? I'll
clips-
pull up the specs.
Yeah, it clips over the diff casing or that rear
Which armor
case.
is it? Real quick.
All right, go ahead and let's see here. This is right there.
That's the new one.
That is
That's
the new one.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Got
that
that
bell
little-
crank that I'm talking about is right here.
I've
let
had
me
mine
get-
jam one time
Oh,
when I
yeah.
was doing speed runs.
It's only got like a 1/4 inch of free play
Which
there.
armor is that again?
The Typhon.
Typhon? Okay.
The
The
BLX
3S, correct?
3S.
Yeah, that's the 3S one.
It's amazing how fast they made that with just 3S.
Oh, it's incredible, dude. I love it. We love it. Every time I grab onto it, I'm like, Larry, man, take this thing back. I'm gonna break it.
It's like they're making, it's like they're using like you getting a smaller engine or something and you put more power through it.
Yeah,
It's run faster.
I mean, we usually when we're not in the wide open, he tames it down and sets it down to 75% on the transmitter, so that we're not, because it's full speed. I mean, it's just if you've got something in front of you, what are you gonna do? You got to have some really good control, and we haven't driven it long enough to be able to keep it on the 100%. We're just gonna start breaking it, and so we wait until we there's some churches we go to. They have the fields all in the back behind the schools with all the soccer fields and things like that. We've definitely got it up to the 50 that it says it'll do.
Oh yeah.
It'll definitely do that.
Just pulling up the spec sheet and the manual here. Shouldn't be too long.
Right on. Yeah, and the paperwork they sent with it really doesn't explain a lot. I mean, it doesn't say anything about the third channel.
Okay.
And I don't know. There's probably something online I can find, but it was kind of lacking. I just got this gyroscope put in there. I don't even know if it should work,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It really needs that adjustability on the third channel, so you can.
Yeah, for the gyro.
If it's set too high, it's just going to start jamming the wheels back and forth, and it'll start overcorrecting. And our Net Cruise says, "Yep, newest. You have all the latest parts." Right on. Okay, thank you. Right on. It's a good different power module inside.
So you're saying rocks gets inside here?
Is that from? Yes.
From the
No,
monster
on the
trucks.
other side from the servo. Let me look again. Hold on.
I can see if I can get a better picture, but this is in the manual.
So it's going to be on the passenger side of the car. So the side the servo's on. Yep.
Servo's here.
Yep. Now you see, look at the front right steering linkage. Right up a little bit farther. Right up
That
in
little hole
there.
there.
Yeah. Right in there, there's a bubble. No, to the right a little bit. To the right. Right there. Right above that. Right above it. Go up just a little. Right there. Nope. Right there to the right, just a little. That little bubble.
Yeah.
Right there. See it in the body?
Yeah.
Right there. That extends down and around the base of the actual car.
Okay.
And it's got a slit right there that binds with the servo linkage, which is right to the left and down below that.
That's where
it's
part
right
of the
there.
arm for the bell crank goes through to sweep through.
Yeah. It's a pinch point right there.
Yeah, that would be something you could do, like Frank's saying, put some foam there just to block it.
Yeah, as long as the rock does not get in there. You got to stop the rock from getting in there.
You can't put there's no room to. It's like every centimeter here. Go and
Yeah.
turn my camera off for 1 sec, Frank. I'm gonna get another brighter light set up.
It should be if you put something on top. If you have a foam on top of it, or even if you get the shield, you can actually buy a shield that goes over the whole thing. It's like a net.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a net you can buy.
You can actually build your own also. I was going to make a video about that. If you buy stocking, women's stocking, and you put Velcro on each side, and you can actually stretch the Velcro and put Velcro on around it. And that's how you do a cheap shield to go around everything.
For a dust shield, you mean, and all that?
For dust and rocks and all that. So,
right on.
And if you put the Velcro as far up as you can, and it's actually covering close to that tower, you should stop at least some rocks of getting in there. You won't stop everything, but you will stop some rocks.
And that's a tight fit, dude. I don't know, man. That's a tight fit. The other side, there's plenty of room to do something like that, but I don't know. It's because it's got that extra piece back in there for the servo arm. Oh, I see what it is. The linkage comes down from the point, and then it kicks back over to the servo arm, which is swaying it. So it's just like a U that they made to come around.
Yeah.
That links in the other side. So it's that piece is only there because the servo arm is on the same side of it. So they put that piece on there to get it to the other side so they can put a little linkage on the servo arm. It's only like right 3/8 of an inch long. It's not even, maybe half an inch. I see that now. Boy.
Still trying to find a good picture to actually see it.
I'll try this. Let's see. See where that little triangle hole is? Right there.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So we're coming here. There we go. Right there. And it's that pinch point. You see that bell? That's where the servo bell held is. I don't know if you can see it inside, kind of moving right there in that body cutout. I wonder if that's where it's getting in, is inside this hole.
Probably.
Huh. I might just cover that hole up in the bottom with some rubber tape or something and see if that'll help it out.
Yeah.
Keep it from kicking up in there.
Gorilla tape.
Rocks can get in here easy into this hole.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, we're looking. Yeah, that's the other side though. That's the side that it has enough room. So if something gets in there, it looks like it'll have enough room to come back out. And on this one, it's more or less like if it gets up in there, it's stuck until you take it out.
Yeah.
Those gears look nice. They look really well machined.
Dude, it's a beautiful truck. It's great. I mean, for the price, it's just a great bashing truck. I've heard of people that the shocks leak on them. We're still looking at that. We haven't had any problems with this one yet.
I haven't had any problems with my 2-wheel drive armor with their plastic body shots. I know that's happened to them, but they're not to me.
Right there, Frank, is probably the best picture.
Yeah, I was looking at it.
Right there. Yeah, right down in there is where that triangle cutout was, right underneath it on the other side of that mount. And that's the other side. Yeah. So that bump out is for the actual arm on the servo linkage to come over. It's a very well built truck, man. It's very stout, very stout.
Arsenas Master says I put those shroud on everything before I run it. It cuts down on cleaning too.
Right on, RC Master.
Yep.
I'm trying to figure out right now why he keeps getting kicked off subscription from my channel.
Oh yeah.
He's not on any blocked lists or anything like that. I don't know why he would be
Full gear
having to
left.
resub all the time.
RC Master, I think, is getting kicked off his list.
No, he asked if Bull Gear left.
Yeah, Bulgier,
Oh,
I don't see. He
Bulgier?
must have stepped out.
Oh,
Yeah, he stepped
Uncle
out.
Lee?
Jake has the gi showing.
Yeah.
Buggy.
Yeah, the gi. See the black belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a gi that's under the belt. He
Cool.
does martial arts too.
so we'll do a quick round table, say bye to people. We're actually overtime, but that's okay. And we'll start
Lots to talk
saying
about,
bye
Frank.
to people, and we'll start with AJ pigeon kicker.
The window licker. Peace again, Frank. Thanks for letting me hang out with you. And I'll let you know how this gyroscope project goes. And everyone else out there, keep it going. Drive real fast, swerve a lot.
Brad Kalman.
Thanks, everybody. Had a good turnout, and glad you, Jack, joined us today. I was happy to see you here.
Thanks.
I hope everybody had a lot of information given to them today, because there's a lot of things that are just busting out real quick today in the hobby.
We'll go with John Martin.
Thanks for having me, Frank, and exciting day, and a ton of information was given out with especially with the Losi.
Yeah.
Only I don't know how many videos you did today. What, about 6?
Lots of
know. I'm
information.
tired.
Tony was very busy today. Lots of info. Tony, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Tank. Sorry I was late, and always great to chat with everybody. Looking forward to the afterglow.
Cool. AZ Froggy.
Thank you, Frank, for inviting me. Everyone, just stay safe out there and start saving your money for all these new things coming out.
Tell me about
Christmas
it.
time.
And Jack, your turn.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for getting my email. And see everyone in the chat.
Not a problem. John, not John. Jake, where are you, Jake? Your turn, Jake.
Thanks for having me, Frank, and we'll see you hopefully tomorrow on Steve-O's if he's feeling up to it.
Cool. Thanks, Guy. Don't forget, keep your batteries charged and go out there and have some fun. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks. Bye.